Hello, it is a beautiful Thursday afternoon, and I am doing an unscheduled Facebook Live event. It's been so long since I've been on, and most of you know I've had lots of issues with my recordings and my computer. Well, I can still do a Facebook Live, so here I am, and I wanted to make a really simple, easy birthday card today using some of the new supplies that I just received. So if you are here, if you would just pop in and say hello, and I'll try to see the comments if you have any questions. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. So today I'm going to be making an easy card with some really bright colors using this Big on Birthday stamp from the Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog. I'll be using this sentiment here. Then later I'm going to go back, once I decide who I'm sending it to, do the inside of the card and use one of the sentiments there. So let's look at the paper that we're going to be using. I'm using some of the Party Animal Designer Series paper in the catalog. It is right here on page 5. But I thought I'd show you one of each of the sheets. And here is some birthday candles with some cake, little slices of cake on one side. This is that beautiful Pacific Point, and some birthday candles, and this is the print I'll be using on today's card. Here we have some numbers, some digits going in all different directions. Really cute. I think it'd be cute for a child's birthday card. And here's some really cute dots, random dots. Love this stripe. And this is Crush Curry, Emerald Envy. Hey, Catherine. And Pacific Point. And then we have these animals for the Party Animal Suite. And elephants, giraffes, it looks like a bulldog, turtle, just all kinds of animals, and deer, and they all have little party hats on. Then on the other side is a really pretty, subtle crumb cake dotted print. And then for the last pattern in that party animal stack, I have this with little gifts, presents, some of that you can see from the side, some that you're looking down on. And on the other side are some little confetti and little swirls in Whisper White on an emerald in the background. Okay, so let's look at what we're making today. This is the card we're going to be making. Simple, clean, but just bold with these big images. One of the big images from that Big on Birthday set. So I am starting with a piece of Pacific Point cardstock. It's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to match the corners up and give it a good crease. All right, and now I have a piece of that designer paper, the little birthday candles. This is cut at 4 by 4.25, and I'm going to put that toward the bottom of the card, and I can go ahead and adhere that to the card front because I'm going to be doing some stamping along the top. So I'm using some of our liquid glue and going to glue that right down here. All right, now I have this little bow from the set. It's a little ribbon, and I'm going to stamp that in Pacific Point on the top of that designer paper to make it look a little like a gift, okay? So I'm going to ink that up, and I also am going to get my Stampin' Pierce mat and just put that underneath so that I get a good image, and just stamp it right here, about center. Okay, and it overlapped a little on the designer paper, but that's okay. And on this one, I want to show you what I did. I left too much of a space between the bow and the paper, so I did a border of the stars. There's this little row of 4 stars, and I just stamped it along there with it photopolymer. I could line them up easily. On this one, I'm not going to have to do that. Okay, so we're going to have a piece of, this is Tangerine Tango, cut at 2.25 by 4. And I'm going to adhere that to the front, and then we'll stamp the sentiment that's going to go on the front side. So I cut this 4 inches wide so it would go completely across the piece of designer paper. And then I have this piece of Whisper White. I'm gonna get that Pacific Point out of the way. It's cut at 1 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I have this big happy birthday sentiment in a block lettering. I love that. And I'm gonna use Emerald Envy and ink this up. And just stamp it in the center of this Whisper White piece. Line that up, press, and hold it down for a second so that your cardstock will soak up the ink. There we go. Looks pretty good. Now I'm going to just adhere that to the card front in the center of that Tangerine Tango piece. Just like that. All right, now I'm going to take, just say it's a little bit of embellishment. These are the In Color 2016-2018 enamel dots, and I'm going to use 2 of the stars here, just on each side of the birthday. Put that there. Well, that was a little crooked, so let me change it. I was looking up at the to see if anyone had commented, and I got this kind of cockeyed, but let's see. We're gonna leave it. I don't want to tear it up. Okay, so to finish up, I'll put a piece of Whisper White in here, cut 4 by, I don't know, 5 1/4. And sometimes what I'll do here is I'll just use, if I have a scrap piece of Whisper White, I'll use that on the inside, stamp the sentiment, and call it done. Okay, so there's an easy card for you today. Wanted to pop in and say hello and share a card with one of the new stamp sets that I received in designer paper. If you have any questions, you can leave it here, the comment below the video. Thank you so much for watching live if you're here, and thanks for watching the replay, and I hope to see you again really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.